As of November 2021, this is one of the most important documents that I needed, the birth of the Covenant Church. This one came out in their website. This is the new website of the Foursquare Church. And it also indicated here that there is a reorganization of the corporation here in the United States, wherein the district are divided into 6. Okay, we have here the Atlantic, and then we have the Central, and then we have the Hispanic, but we are under now the Western District. Before, we are under the Southern California District. And now the head office of this Western District, I think, is in Nevada. Anyway, the Southern California District that is in Ventura, California, is gone. They dissolved it. And Chong Torres, who is the assistant supervisor in the Southern California District, was not included in the reorganization. He is now self-employed. I don't know if they terminated his license because he is now self-employed. Okay, and he is now using his education, being a I don't know. I think he's under the computer in the creation of videos or animation. Anyways, okay, now, where are now the Faith Bible Church congregation who own that property in 12055 Wick Street? This is what we're waiting for. But 2017, as of September 2017, somebody applied for certificate of dissolution of the corporation, the Faith Bible Church of Los Angeles Incorporated, because this dissolution is 2017. And then Jeff Nelson put up his sign and removed our sign in 12055 and February 2017. He put the sign of Hope Fellowship of Foursquare Church. And right now, what is in that property, 2021, okay, is only the Hope Fellowship of Foursquare Church. So now, who owns now that property? We are still the owner of that property because they impeded us even in paying the property tax. They impeded us even and depriving us in using that property that belongs to us. Our human rights to property, and for the use of that property in glorifying that one God. Men, they impeded us. The local congregation, they impede the progress, the mission of that local organization, the Faith Bible Church of Los Angeles Incorporated. Not only us, but there are also 10 churches that was affected by these deceivers. Anyway, let my lawyer, the one that do whatever should be done in accordance to the law, and amen to that. And I hope that everything is now, the truth now is exposed about the lies. And the Lord, once you show your faithfulness to God, God will also show God mercy to you. And amen to that. And I hope Chong Torres and Jeff Nelson will learn from this lesson. Do not steal what belongs to others. Okay? Men. You know what? In the 10 Commandments, there are 3 things. Okay? Kubet. Do not covet what belongs, just the covetus is already the intention to take something from somebody, and do not bear false witness against your neighbor by fabricating against me, and then do not steal the property of others, because only evil will come out of it. Amen to that. Okay, now this is a document also from Google. Okay, when Eustaquio Ramientos registered our church as a Faith Bible Church of Los Angeles Incorporated, is also a corporation. And then, as what you can see here, somebody applied for certificate of dissolution. And who is this? Because at the same time, okay, the sign of Hope Fellowship was also put there February 2017. So now, this is a conspiracy. Okay, I don't know who are these people who have done this, but now we have all now the documents and everything coming from them. I hope I have done my own research, and all the elements are here now to file that big causative actions against Foursquare. Okay? Because this is the actions, this is the wrongful actions of the employees of the Foursquare, who was given this authority that they abuse it for their own benefit, not for the benefit of everybody or for the public. Okay? Men, for more than, we are now 36 years in existence, but right now we are here in Facebook for everybody to know. And amen to that. Even though there is only 1 or 2 or 3 members that still is standing their ground. Okay? And then, men, this is how God will bless you once you endure and you have shown your faith. Amen to that. And today, oh my God, this is a good case against Foursquare. And you know what? Here's now the Fellowship of Foursquare Church celebrating this is the staff, Pastor Jeff and Sally Nelson. And in this picture, who are these people in this picture? These 3, Chong Torres, Jeff Nelson, and Sally Nelson. They are there in the pulpit of Foursquare, of the Faith Bible Church of Los Angeles Incorporated. There you are. That is their 2019 when they published this, their 4th anniversary. And with Jeff Nelson is Chong Torres. Amen to that. Okay, now we have all the documents now. Amen and amen. All right? God bless you.
The Global Foursquare Church is a movement comprised of local church congregations around the world who share a common mission and message. This movement began with a single church in 1923 and has spread to over 140 countries around the globe. In the United States, the Foursquare Church was incorporated in 1927 and ultimately implemented a modified Episcopal governance and shared ownership of property under a single religious nonprofit corporation. Historically, there have been many benefits to this structure, since shared ownership of property has ultimately provided a strong asset base for the denomination. And because of that, for several decades, many local churches have been able to acquire, construct, or renovate church properties that may not have been possible without the strength of our combined asset portfolio. And this has resulted in huge savings over the years. However, these benefits also come with a cost and a shared responsibility. Purchasing, constructing, or renovating facilities results in added financial obligations like maintenance, insurance coverage, and other responsibilities that come with the territory when you own property. This structure also necessitates very thorough processes for vetting property-related decisions to ensure that each local congregation can sustain the obligations of property ownership so that the property doesn't become a liability that negatively impacts the local church or the Foursquare family as a whole. In many cases, this need for thorough vetting and review of numerous and often simultaneous property decisions around the nation can feel bureaucratic and unintentionally impede the goals of a local congregation. So in 2013, our movement began investigating alternative structures for property ownership that would empower the local church to control its property decisions while the Foursquare denomination retains authority for the polity of the church. In 2016, a historic decision was made by the Foursquare family when the convention body voted to amend our bylaws to provide a new option for property ownership at the local church level. Today, local Foursquare churches can operate under either of two models with respect to property ownership. The first is Foursquare's traditional model of ownership, known as a Foursquare charter church. The Foursquare bylaws describe a charter church as a church established and chartered by International Church of the Foursquare Gospel as a local Foursquare church, or a church not previously established by International Church of the Foursquare Gospel, which is elected to become a local Foursquare church, having no legal existence, articles of incorporation, bylaws, or other organizing documents apart from those of the International Church of the Foursquare Gospel, and which has transferred title to all of its property into the name of International Church of the Foursquare Gospel with no possibility of reversion unless specifically agreed to by the board. In essence, the Foursquare denomination is comprised of individual congregations who are all linked together under a single corporate entity and share responsibility for all property. Much like these train cars are each distinct in their form and function, yet they comprise a single train with the same destination, cargo, and track. In this example, the track would represent the Foursquare bylaws, the governance document that keeps us all moving in the same direction. Since Foursquare charter churches are all linked together into a single train, whatever happens to one car ultimately impacts the entire train. The second and new option for property ownership is called a Foursquare covenant church. The Foursquare bylaws describe a covenant church as a local church previously established by the International Church of the Foursquare Gospel that has elected, with board approval, to have a legal existence apart from that of the International Church of the Foursquare Gospel, and to affiliate with the International Church of the Foursquare Gospel by mutual agreement in a covenant relationship. Or a local church not previously established by or associated with the International Church of the Foursquare Gospel that is a separate legal entity that has elected to affiliate with the International Church of the Foursquare Gospel by mutual agreement in a covenant relationship, which obligates the local church to operate by the bylaws of the International Church of the Foursquare Gospel with the rights and duties pertaining thereto. In the case of a covenant church, this is a separate legal entity. Yet there remains a binding connection with the Foursquare denomination by virtue of the covenant agreement, which is executed by the boards of both the local church corporation and the Foursquare Corporation. Under this arrangement, the local church agrees to be governed by Foursquare's bylaws and policies, but retains individual responsibility and authority over decisions concerning church property. Using the train illustration, the covenant agreement enables a local church to operate as a separate train using the same track, thus allowing an independent church corporation to operate as a Foursquare church and in accordance with Foursquare bylaws. Under this covenant arrangement, either party may terminate by following the prescribed process, but in doing so, the covenant church will discontinue its membership in the Foursquare denomination. So, how does a Foursquare covenant church differ from the historical model known as a Foursquare charter church? This diagram illustrates a side-by-side comparison of these two models. As you can see, the only differences between a Foursquare charter and covenant church relate to the decisions concerning the operation of local church property, and related obligations such as insurance and internal Foursquare loans. But when it comes to the organizational structure, access to resources, or responsibility for commitments such as monthly reporting and extension tithe, a Foursquare covenant church will operate in every way as a Foursquare church. Covenant church leaders will enjoy all the benefits of being part of the Foursquare movement and will have full access to services like district events, community, and care, Foursquare retirement, the Center for Spiritual Renewal, and credentialing services. And although covenant churches are organized as separate corporations, leaders will still have full access to all Foursquare departments for consultation on issues like property, insurance, administration, planned giving, retirement, and legal issues. At the end of the day, the only real differences between a covenant and charter Foursquare church is that, for legal reasons, covenant churches are not able to participate in the Foursquare insurance program. But our amazing team is fully available to assist with consultation in obtaining a comparable insurance policy from a different provider. And although covenant churches will not be able to participate in internal ICFG loans, they are welcomed and encouraged to contact Foursquare Financial Solutions to apply for an FFS loan as needs arise. As you can see, this arrangement has been carefully crafted to provide options for property ownership while maintaining all of the important elements that make it such a benefit to belong to a family like Foursquare. So now let's take a moment to review the process required to become a Foursquare Covenant Church. For current Foursquare churches, the first step is to establish a local nonprofit corporation to serve as the legal entity that will hold title to church property. This corporation will need to have officers, as well as a board of directors, who will ultimately play a comparable role to that of the Foursquare Church Council. In order to establish a corporation, you will most likely need to get assistance from a professional to draft incorporation documents, and the district offices can provide a referral to vendors who have been pre-screened and already understand what documents are needed. Existing independent churches that want to join Foursquare probably already have a corporation in place, but it's also important to note that the senior pastor of any charter or covenant Foursquare church must hold an active Foursquare minister's credential. If this is not already in place, you can initiate this process through your local district office. The next step is for our district and central office teams to perform a cursory review of the incorporation documents and a few other important pieces of information that will be needed to ensure that everything's in place to proceed with the covenant agreement. Then it will be time to ratify and sign the covenant agreement, and this begins by a vote of the local church congregation and requires a 3/4 majority of the regular attenders to attest that they are in support of this agreement. This will be verified by the local church board members, who will be asked to sign the covenant agreement and confirm that this decision was ratified by a 3/4 majority of the congregation. From there, the signed agreement will go to the Foursquare Board of Directors for a board resolution, so that the covenant may be signed by a Foursquare corporate officer, and then the covenant agreement is complete. From that point forward, the church can begin to operate as a full-fledged Foursquare church, with the local church maintaining authority and responsibility for any decisions to buy, sell, lease, or renovate newly acquired property in accordance with Foursquare's policies and bylaws. We hope that this video has provided a helpful orientation to both the purpose and the process behind the Foursquare Covenant Church model, and pray that this important step opens the door wide to churches and ministers who want to join the Foursquare family in our shared mission to spread the gospel message around the world.